walked down the aisle, it was the most beautiful thing we've ever seen. I think we can also all agree that the second most beautiful thing we've ever seen is watching me and Ben walk down the aisle. For those that don't know me, I'm Christie. I've known Anna for about 23 years, give or take. Anna and I are identical twins. Now, you've probably heard it said that twins can experience each other's feelings when they're separated. And Anna and I, we don't think that's true. But wouldn't tonight be an awful time for that to start? Two peas in a pod, built-in best friends, or codependency. Anna and I are a little different. Growing up, we wanted to be as far away from each other as humanly possible. So much so that we actually attended counseling. But not just any counseling, couples counseling. So Luke, in my 23-year-long relationship with your wife, I have set the bar for a lifelong partner. Very well. You're welcome. Now, for example, when we were teenagers and we were sharing a car, we were 25 minutes into our 30-minute ride home, and I became overcome with the desire for a burrito. And so I knew that we were going to pass Moe's, and I asked Anna, can we stop? And she said, no, I really have to poop. So we couldn't reach a compromise, but as we were passing Moe's, something miraculous happened. We began to turn in, but it was kind of a rocky turn, almost like someone had reached over and grabbed the wheel. And it was because I had reached over and grabbed it. So Luke, when you share a car with Anna, as I'm sure you'll do as you've chosen a life in ministry, she's gonna think you're God's gift to mankind. You're welcome. I'm a hero. Another example, when we moved to the Carolinas, we didn't have any friends here. So I invited my first guest over for a sleepover, and we were all gonna share one bed. Now, it was gonna be a tight squeeze, and I didn't want my first guest to be uncomfortable. So I decided Anna was no longer welcome in this bed. So I asked her to move. And by asking her to move, I mean I kicked her until she fell to the floor. So Luke, if Anna is getting a little too close to you in bed and you don't kick her to the ground, she'll literally never leave you. As you've heard, Anna and I have been through a lot of thick and a lot of thin. In preparing for this speech, Anna, I was reflecting on how integral a piece you played on the person I am today. Whether it was through exploring Light of the World with you, performing in plays with you, singing in VBS with you, or being in almost every class with you, we developed as a pair. And I have thought about this day, Anna's wedding, more than I've thought about my own. I even used to joke with Anna that I can't wait for our husbands to die so that we can switch places and pull pranks in the nursing home together. One thing I admire about Anna is that, yes, we talked about boys growing up, But she was also focused on other things. In the first grade, she memorized the periodic table, and that made me so mad because then I had to go memorize it too, because I couldn't let her outsmart me, and she did because I never memorized it. And I would not be the person that I am now if Anna didn't show me that I was just as capable and almost as smart as she was. As we grow into adulthood, the incidents mentioned previously become fewer and fewer, and we even sometimes find ourselves on opposite ends of the spectrum with our personalities and behaviors, if you can't tell. With these differences comes an appreciation for our own individual personhoods and a respect for the girls we were that catapulted us into the women we are. I love both that little girl and this woman more than any words can describe. She has taught me about grace, true friendship, and bonds that outlast the meanest of words or the hardest of hair pulls. And I am so lucky to have her as my built-in best friend, even if it looked a little different than expected. Now, Luke, I told you I loved you the second time I met you. And this was to make him uncomfortable because I knew they hadn't told each other they loved each other yet. And I wanted to watch him squirm. But there was also truth to it. I know I just told him that I was excited for him to die. But from the moment I met him, I knew that he was going to be a very important person in the life of my sister and in my own life. Luke, I am so excited to be your first little sister and to give you all the crap that a little sister should. And I know I just harped on how similar Anna and I look, but try to keep us separate in your minds. And after tonight, if I can't look you in the eye, just know that I love you.